I already have an issue. Came out to get a nice and quiet area, and the little puppy's already tangled around the porch railing. You hear her. So I also know that when I'm moving around here, that my video is kind of choppy. Hey, good morning. I know my video is choppy as I'm moving, so I kind of want you guys' opinion. I'm trying to do a live garden update, but if I'm jumping around too much and you guys can't see me or it's delayed, then obviously that's not going to work. I know I have this issue a lot on good morning, good morning. I am doing well. How about yourself? So I'm kind of using this as like a test to see if I jump around too much, to where it will not allow me to do a live garden update. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? This puppy's just full of problems this morning. She has now dug a hole to where she can shimmy underneath of the little duck enclosure we made. So yeah, she gets in there and splashes around in the duck water. Now she's chasing the kittens. So hopefully she keeps herself quiet and does not wake my son. Good morning, Colby. I didn't even see you come in, Colby. I'm sorry. So yeah, y'all have to let me know if, as I'm walking around, you want some jam and jelly. Well, just email me and I'll mail you some. So y'all need to let me know if I am, oh no. You know, I was wondering what the puppy was chewing on as I was out watering this morning. And I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you can see that, but she has destroyed a whole package of zip ties. Yep, she did. So it looks clear on my end here as I'm walking around. But again, yes, I can send you some stickers too. Just email me, and we'll figure it out, okay? So yeah, so I seem clear to myself, but on you guys' end, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm clear or not, so we'll see here. And I lost my coffee. So do y'all have any plans for the holiday weekend? We have no plans. I am going to go and visit. She doesn't know yet. Well, she knows I'm coming, but she doesn't know when. But I am going to actually go and visit. Hey, good morning, Ginger. How are you? I'm clear. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I don't know why I seem to jumble on when I go on people's lives, you know, where you share it out. Usually just Randy's I have the problem with. But I notice I'm blurry and choppy, so I was hoping that was not going to be an issue. Hey, good morning, Badass Stang. How are you? But yeah, so I'm going to see Miss Rebecca. Rebecca Touched by Yarn. She's about 2 hours away from me. She has a chicken coop that she is gifting to us, and we are super, super excited because we are going to be separating the ducks and the chickens now finally. They've been in one enclosure. Yeah, you hear the roosters. We've got a problem rooster too. So I was going to put a little poll up. We've got two roosters. One, and I know this happens, and we're new to this as well. But we've got a one bully, and he is a bully. So now I'm debating. I put a little ad on Craigslist. I'm not on Facebook, and I know Facebook is the way to connect around here as far as farming and animals and gardening go. But I put a little ad out for like a trade, a barter, rooster for a rabbit, because I would like to get a couple more rabbits for the manure. We lost our rabbit last year sometime. I think just old age. I just went out one morning and it was in the in its little thing. So, but yeah. Hey, good morning, Kevin. How are you? But I did not have a response to that. So I'm hoping maybe some of my little Missouri homesteaders that are near me have some rabbits. I'd like to get a couple, just 2 rabbits. I've been looking in the, like I just said, on Craigslist. I'm not on Facebook, and that seems to be the problem because that's where all the connections are. But I would like to get a couple of rabbits for the manure purposes. This rooster, I also was going to trade the rooster for a rabbit. It's a young rooster. It's beautiful, but it's just not working out having 2 roosters. So I was going to put a poll and figure out if we should trade it, keep it, or cook it. So it would be my first. Nicole, you are up early. Hey, good morning, Steve. How are you guys? Eat it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, good morning, Dee. That's kind of what I was thinking. I've never butchered a chicken before. Oh gosh, getting taken down by the dog chain. I've never butchered a chicken before, but I know my mom has, and I'm sure I could coax one of my aunts in to come in and help in because they used to butcher. My grandpa used to raise, hey Devin, how are you? They used to raise hogs and chickens and would do all their own butchering. I remember butchering the hogs growing up and everybody getting to my grandparents' house. Hey, good morning, Zombie Prepper. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, Our Cabin in the Woods. Good morning, Beverly. Thank you guys all for coming in. But my grandparents used to butcher their own hogs. So I remember they have a little setup in the basement, make their own sausage and all that. Yeah, it's time for me to learn exactly. So I figure this would be probably as good a time as any to practice on one chicken before we get our meat birds. And obviously this would be, we don't have a plucker. This would be all by hand, kill cone, plucker. We do have the big setup for like a boiling pot. We've got the little, I don't know if you call it camping or whatever, but the little stand where you put the big pot and it heats up by propane. That's a good one, Kevin. Exactly. Hey, Kevin, I'm going to be in Springfield on the 15th. We're going to be in Springfield. I don't know if you want to maybe meet up, do a little meetup, even if it's just like oh, you're a couple hours from Springfield, aren't you? But anyway, I'm doing another meetup with another channel on the 15th, so you guys could maybe meet them as well. I'm going to meet up with Old Pecan Homestead, Shayla and her husband. Well, I know Shayla's coming. And we are going to pick up our pig. So yeah, it's an hour. So yeah, so on the 15th we'll be in Springfield. Just have Brittany text me if you guys wanted to meet up or do like a little mini channel meetup and you guys could meet Old Pecan as well. So yeah, so this weekend, back to the plans for everyone's holiday. I'm going to Rebecca's probably Sunday, doing some stuff around here Saturday, same as on Monday and Tuesday, just stuff around here. Obviously we have to get set up for the pig. I have not done anything, quite honestly. We are just gonna do a basic, just a basic little A-frame with pallets because that's what we have. And then I'm going to tarp it unless we have extra. Hey, good morning, Joy. Thanks for coming in. Thank you guys all for coming in. It was kind of a last minute schedule. Last minute schedule. I have not been on my regular Thursdays so I'm just trying to get in alive when I can. I've got to get my watch hours up. Not even halfway to the 3,000 mark yet. Almost there. Almost there. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Okay, the dog is being quiet, so I'm going to try and sit down. Just kind of walking around because the dog is a baby and needed me to be there with her, so. All right. Sorry, you guys got to look at my neighbor's property behind us. It's not the cleanest, I guess you'd say. I don't want to say trashy, cluttery. Cluttery, that's a good word for it. It's cluttery. You guys can kind of see just an example of what's sitting on the side of their house. Yeah. I'd love to have fencing go on this whole strip property. This would be the first strip that I fenced first, but you know, it is what it is. Fencing is expensive. So yeah, so I'm gonna go visit Rebecca. Rebecca, if you are lurking in here, I'm gonna call you later and try and get up to your place on Sunday. But that is all we have planned here, guys. We've got our yard to mow, and our belt's been out on our rider, so we have been mowing. We've got about an acre to mow, so we've been mowing it with a push mower, and it is not fun, you guys. It is not fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to stay posted on that. You're gonna see, and I don't know how many to start with. You know, it's all a learning game. Have you guys had meat birds before? Our cabin in the woods. Like, I feel like, I know 50, 100 is like the going number, but I kind of, to me, since I've never done it before, you know, obviously it's very overwhelming as it is for anyone. But I was kind of thinking 25. But then at the same time, 25, you know, if I'm going to do it, I want to have enough meat for the whole year. So 25 isn't quite enough for our family. We eat a lot of chicken. But we'll see. We'll see. And again, I have to keep my quantity of the chickens down to where I can process them all by hand, because we will not be purchasing one of those pluckers. Those are just way, way out of our price range right now. Maybe in a few years, once we keep doing this some more. You've done a total of 200. Okay. That's going to be next year for us, the meat birds. We did the chickens this year, the chickens, the ducks. Oh, something's in the house. Either it's the cat knocking stuff over or my son's up, one of the two. We just got the puppy. We're picking up the pig. So yeah, we kind of need to like stop and take a step back and get functioning with what we've got going on here, because I do not want to get in over my head, because it's usually me, it is me here during the day taking care of everything. So, you know, I can only do so much. I'm only one person. But yeah, I'm hoping back to the 4th of July. I don't know where everybody else is, but I know here in Missouri, we are on a fire ban. So I don't even know if we are going to be, you can rent a plucker? What? I did not even know that. I'll have to look into that. And, you know, when we do it next year, maybe by then we'll have met some more people that are closer to us that might be willing to let us use it. Or, you know, share it. Like, I'll come help them. They come help us, kind of thing. We'll see. We will see. I think the closest channels are within like 2 hours of us. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But yeah, the fireworks. Right now we're can't shoot off fireworks. They haven't even announced when they're gonna have fireworks, if they are here, because it's been so dry. We got some rain here overnight, 2 nights ago I think it was, and you could tell there was like a couple puddles, but it didn't touch anything. It didn't even put a dent in the dryness. The cracks are still like, I mean, we've got some huge 1-inch cracks. Brittany's doing hers on Monday. Okay. I'll have to text her. I should have. I'm so behind on watching everybody's videos. It's just like everybody gets it. It's like a busy time of year right now. But I should have planned ahead and just went and helped her and drove down there and drove down at like Sunday night and tinted and then helped her butcher the next day. Hey, good morning, Des. How are you? I know Ryan's going live here in a little bit. And I hate going live over people. I know you got to go live when it works out for you, but I'm just one of those people. So like yesterday morning, I got up at 5 and it was like 5:20 something, 5:30 when I was gonna go live, and Amanda with Bare Bones Living was live. And like I've said, we're all in the same boat, and I know she is just like me, only she has more little ones running around. I don't know how she does it. And I know she's been trying to. Oh, okay, yeah. So I saw that video. I just haven't gone. I saw my alert, but I gotta go back and watch it. Okay, I'm gonna text her. I put in yesterday for our chickens. I in like a bundt loaf pan. I froze it halfway with water and put some grapes down in it, and then flipped it over. I was outside for like 15 minutes after I did that, and they didn't touch it. Then I went in, and so it either melted or they ate it. The grapes aren't there, so they obviously ate the grapes at some point. But yeah, I went out like 3 different times during the day yesterday and gave them fresh water. And you can tell the heat was affecting them because it was like 103 here yesterday before the heat index, and the humidity is just out of control. But yeah, the 2 hens, we've got 2 hens and 2 roosters right now because of the ones we lost and what have you. Again, I'm trying to get another hen too this weekend from our egg lady, so maybe we'll have another addition to our flock this weekend. But the hens, the roosters not so much, but the hens were a little bit lethargic and laying around and all that. Oh, Des, that is fun. Oh, you will have a blast, Des. Yes, Steve, it is miserable here. Miserable. Because you're not too far from me. You're over by Jan. Little kitten come to say hi. This one's the lapper. She's such a lap kitten. Good morning, John. We've got hummingbirds right now right next to me. I don't even want to move. They're feeding on the feeder. They've been going crazy for this feeder. I felt bad. My husband, we got it for him for part of his Father's Day, and it took me like a week to put stuff in it, but I had it hanging up, and the poor hummingbirds were dive bombing it, and it was empty. I felt so bad, but it's full now, and they're eating. What are you doing, little missy? And we still have all 3 kittens. Yep, I know where Poplar Bluff is. I grew up not camping, but going to Wappapello State Park every year, growing up every year. My family and cousins, and we'd rent those cabins there. It's been probably about 10 years since we did it. Everybody's getting old, like parents, aunts, uncles, all that. So we quit doing it. Good morning. How are you, Janice? Oh yeah. So not too much going on around here other than visiting Rebecca, and I'll try to do like a short I actually might even like do a live while I'm at Rebecca's because it might be fairly entertaining. My husband is not going, so yep, you as well. Take care. Thanks for coming in, you guys. And it was great meeting both of you guys at the meetup too, by the way. Oh, thank you, Steve. There's 2 more just like this. This is one of the little white ones. There's another little white one, and then there is a little orange one. There's 3. We're supposed to get rid of them, find them homes. And everyone fell for the cute little kittens. So I have a feeling we're going to be keeping all 3 of them. Mix 5, 3, 6 cats outside that we feed, and technically none of them are ours. None of them are ours. There is one Latte, that gray and black and brown looking cat you guys might have seen before. That one is ours. But yeah, I know you're not supposed to feed the strays, you're not supposed to feed the cats because they keep coming back, but the lady next door, the house you can see behind us, there's an orange cat, Marshall, you guys have probably seen. So it started with that cat before we bought the property. That was her cat. She fed it, and then she just quit feeding it one day. She brought home Cujo, which was the white cat, the mom to these kittens. And Cujo was a baby. Like, she was still a baby herself, and she messed. Now, this is the story I got from her. Who knows? But the kitten messed on the floor. She doesn't own the property, and her landlord was there. I don't know. Told him she had to get rid of the cat. So anyway, long story short, she kicked the cat out, quit feeding both the cats. And apparently, since this property was vacant, the one orange cat kind of just took over the back porch anyway, and that was kind of his house. Oh, you're fine, Steve. No worries. Steve, are you going to the Kentucky meetup in September? So the lady quit feeding both of the cats, and I had to feed them. I couldn't listen. I couldn't do that to them. And there's no animal control here at all. None at all. Pretty much. Yes, Dee, I know you're going, and I'm super excited about meeting you. We are going to be down there Friday night and Saturday. We are going to drive down Friday morning, and we are tenting. We've got a spot, canal, campground or something. I don't know. It looked real close to the park where the picnic's at. So, yeah. But then, back to the cats real quick. So, I had to feed them. I couldn't let them just go. And then Cujo, the mama, ended up getting pregnant by the orange tomcat, and she was still a baby. Like, she's not even a full-grown cat yet, and she must have got pregnant right when she could have kittens. Because I was really worried that her motherly instincts, weren't going to kick in or something, because she was still a baby herself. Oh, don't hiss at your babies. Yeah, she's quit nursing them now, and now she's in the process of telling them, I'm your mother, but leave me alone. So, yeah, they're super cute. Rebecca was going to take one of them, and my sister was going to take another one to be a barn cat. They are up. They've got a few acres up near Kansas City. But we've not been able to part with them. And then Rebecca changed her mind. My sister doesn't like cats anyway, so, here we are with all these cats. We'll see how they do once we get all of these animals. But they're fine. They don't bother the chickens. They go over to the chicken coop. But I guess now is a better time as any. Go big or go home, I've said before. Get everybody here while they're babies and young. That way they can grow up together, and everybody should get along a little bit better. Little Missy. Little Missy. Yeah, I know. But, again, what comes along with this is cost. So, we're out in the country, so we've got all these kittens now we're going to have to get flea collars for. Yes, exactly. And what they've actually been good at is the moles. Man, they are getting the moles. We've had the moles, like, they must have got the ones that were causing problems, because this property, it was horrible in the last couple weeks. The moles were just going insane, and I've now found 2 dead ones laying in the yard. So, yeah, they're good at getting that. So we got to get the flea collars But since they're outdoor cats, and again, I've never had this many outdoor cats. I've never even had an outdoor cat, honestly. All the cats I've had have been indoor cats. Um, so if y'all have any tips for like the barn cats, I know we're gonna put them on flea collar, put the flea collars on them. Um, they're not dewormed. I'm gonna probably look into that at Orscheln this weekend. I did start putting, hey, good morning, Kaz. I did start putting, I'm not sure on the cats, but I read on the dogs. And again, the puppy's only been dewormed twice, so we got to deworm her this weekend again. But I started putting some apple cider vinegar in her water to kind of help with a natural dewormer. I'm not sure on the kittens how that works. Hey, good morning, Larks. Yes, Kaz, I have been just busy. Just life, just busy. Now I'm just trying to squeeze the live in. I don't think I went live at all last week. I think I did like maybe hop on Randy's live for a little bit to try and get my watch hours up. And I know when he's live, he doesn't mind if you come on and put your avatar up and then just walk away and just keep you running. All right, Kevin, try not to kill any more of those birds. Y'all stay cool. But yeah, Kaz, just busy, crazy life. But I don't like to go up on, I don't be rude. I feel like it's rude when I go up on his live and then just leave my avatar running for hours. I know he doesn't care and he says you can do it. I just feel bad doing it. I feel like I'm taking advantage. It's probably just my silly head telling me that because I know he doesn't care. He said it, but yeah, I've got to get, try to get on a better schedule with these lives. So I did originally say it'd be Thursday or Friday mornings. I think last week though is really the only one I missed in a while. So yeah, Thursday or Fridays, it's just gonna kind of depend on what's going on around here and how it works around here. And I'm so bad about jumping topics. I think of something or if someone says something in the chat, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm going back and forth. But when I was saying about going live with Rebecca, good morning, Dan and Kathy. How are you guys? Happy Friday to you. But I was saying if she's okay with it, I might go. Yeah, Larks, you guys are kind of close. We're going. Janice, are you guys going? But if Rebecca's okay with it, I thought about going live when I meet up with her this weekend because it's probably going to be kind of entertaining. My husband is not going, and we have a massive chicken coop. It's like one that's in two pieces, two parts. So Rebecca and I are going to be loading this coop by ourselves. I'm assuming her brother's going to be there too, but yeah, three of us are going to be loading the coop. And then I have to try and figure out how to ratchet strap it down, and I'm not good with all that. And then drive 2 hours home without it flying out the back of our pickup. So I'm gonna cross my fingers. And then I checked the weather in this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, because I'm like, I'm going when it's not gonna rain or when it's the least chance of rain. And yeah, there's chance of thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday. So I'm probably just gonna get up, hit the road about 7 a.m. and cross my fingers. Because I don't do the rain. I don't like driving. Let's see. I should say better. I don't do any weather conditions other than sunny. No, I'll drive in it. I just hate it. I don't like driving in the rain. I don't like driving in the snow. And I don't know if that's because, like, I had a scary experience in the rain one time. I was in a Ranger, driving a little Ranger, two-door pickup, crossing an overpass, or I was on an overpass, and it was raining so hard you couldn't see, and I hit a massive, massive puddle. Good morning, Tiffany. Massive puddle and hydroplaned, and spun literally like 4 times 360'd, and it, good morning, Wendy, thanks for coming in. It scared the crap out of me. I don't even think I was 20 yet. I was a teenager still when that happened. Then with the snow, as you know, in Missouri, we get a lot of ice, or we get, good morning, Annette, how are you? I have not seen you in a while here. Not here specifically, but, you know, around. How are you? I hope you guys are well. And what we get here a lot in Missouri is the snow may not be so bad, but then never fails, on top of the snow, we will get some ice or freezing rain or something, you know, that just tops the cake. And twice I have had, good morning, Coastal Water, how are you guys? Twice I've had accidents. Both of them actually were leaving my parents' house when I would drop off. I was dropping off my daughter. My parents used to babysit my daughter when I was in the workforce. They would watch her and take her to school and do all that. And they live on top of a hill. So it's a hill, you know, you got to go up a hill anyway to get to their house. And both times I tried, you know, I went down the back way one time, and then I slid, like it hit ice, and I was going slow, and my car just started spinning, and I couldn't do anything about it, and I ended up just sliding into another parked car on the road. The other time I tried to go out the front entrance, which is a bigger incline, and I just slid completely down the hill into a light pole. So, yeah, I don't like doing the rain. I don't like driving in the snow. I joke that, you know, okay, so you know, guys, I don't want to offend anybody, but everybody here is going to know what I'm talking about. So, the elderly old lady that you see on the road, where you're like, lady, get off the road, you're too old to drive, someone needs to take your keys. I will not be that lady, guys, because I don't like to drive in that stuff. I already am like, okay, honey, do you want to pick up the Walmart order on your way home from work? Hey, 5 Acre Farm, good morning. Thanks for coming in. I hope everybody's doing good. Tomorrow is Canada's 4th of July, like we have, I believe. Tiffany, correct me if I'm wrong. And then ours is the 4th, so I hope you guys are going to have a good and safe holiday of the weekend, everyone in here. I know earlier you guys, once just coming in earlier, we were talking about what we were doing this weekend, and no one really has any plans. We're here we're hoping to catch some fireworks, but it's so dry right now that they're not having them currently. So hopefully, we're supposed to get rain Saturday and Sunday, so I'm crossing my fingers that we get fireworks, because it was so dry last year. 10:23 p.m. Okay, it is like probably 7:23 a.m. here on Friday morning. But yeah, we're just hoping for fireworks this weekend. I'm gonna go and meet up with Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, if you guys know her. And yeah, that's really all we've got planned. We're getting ready for our pig we're gonna go pick up. And yeah, that's our weekend. Not too much planned. Mowing, we gotta mow. Really need to fix the belt. Yeah, I was talking about mowing earlier too and lost track of that. We've got a rider, we just haven't had a chance to get the belt fixed. So that would be, good morning, Adrian, how are you? We really got to get the belt on the rider fixed, because y'all, it takes all day to mow this with a push mower. All day. And that's before trimming. And usually before we can even mow, as you can see, the trees, this is how it is pretty well over our whole property, except like in the middle where I've got our garden in the front. And quite honestly, a lot of them need to come down, because one, you can tell they've never been properly cared for. You can see that when it got a bad limb, they just went with a saw and just cut it where it was. But we lose, hey, fluff and stuff. We lose massive limbs, and then, you know, it's like half rotted, so then when the limb falls, it's not just your one limb, it breaks into all kinds of pieces, and then it's just a mess everywhere. So usually we have to pick up the big limbs and then rake where the limb was because of the huge chunks of bark and branch from the tree. Good morning, Twin Brook. Thank you guys all for coming in this morning. Just a little pop-up. And you hear the roosters. So, is he being mean? I might have to go break it up. Our bully rooster chases everybody. Chases the ducks. Pecks at the hen. Pecks at the hens. Y'all have already ate this morning. You're hollering for food. He's already done his morning crow. That's his, I want food. And they had food left over from last night because it was so hot yesterday. They didn't eat any. They hardly ate at all. They did eat the frozen grapes that I put out there. They ate the fresh lettuce I put out there. So I'm going to try to, we need to go inside here in a minute and freeze some more water so that way I can have them another fruit. And I'm pretty sure if anyone in here with chickens knows this, can you give chickens citrus? I'll have to read up on that. I know there's certain stuff you can't give them, but if anybody's in here, can you guys give chickens citrus? So I'm out of grapes, so I was gonna put, have fed. Oh, yes, it's hot, Ginger. You need to get out there. I was out there watering at like 5:30 this morning. But yeah, I don't know if you can give chicken citrus. So since I was out of grapes, okay, so I was gonna cut up some slices of the oranges I have and put that in my bundt cake pan with the water when I freeze it, so they could at least like peck at it. Does you have a great day too, and you have an awesome time on your little trip. I'm so glad you're getting out and going to do something. Have a wonderful time. Hey Piggy, how's it going? All right, well, I'll probably read and just make sure they love oranges but lemons. Okay, thank you, 5 Acre. I will throw some oranges in with that this morning. Sorry, you guys see me pulling my hair. It's kind of weird. So as I get older, because I have like naturally wavy hair, it almost looks like I have a perm. As I get older, it just gets curlier and wavier and wavier. But I get these, oh, bye Steve, thanks for coming in, appreciate you stopping by. But I get these like coarse, and I mean they're like coarse, like you can feel it. Ow, that's my, what are you doing? That's my skin. Coarse curlies, like I can feel them just by going like this on my hair, and I can't stand them. I can't stand them. So if I feel one in my ponytail or something, I like pull it out. Probably shouldn't do that, but doing. Hi MJ. MJ. Yeah, I need to, hey Jason, good morning, good morning. I need to treat all these kittens for ear mites too. So I home treated one of our cats. Oh God, it's been 10 years ago. I did a home remedy on the ear mites. I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, if anybody has any home remedies for the ear mites on the cats. Yep, watermelon. I'm hoping our watermelons do good. They're about the size of nickels now, so we'll see. But the aphids are starting to take over on those too. I kind of gave up with my aphid problem and just, it's too much, too much. I am trying to keep them off of the watermelons now though. Gave up on my huckleberry bushes. They're still kind of hanging on out there, but they're damaged. You guys can see from my shorts I did, they're severely damaged. And I don't know if they're going to come back each year. I've never planted huckleberries. I know they're perennials, but I don't know once they are damaged with aphid damage if they're going to come back. Bye, Cass. Have a good one. I don't know if they're going to come back each year if they've been damaged so much by the aphids, so we'll see. I planted them in containers because I read that they're not going to produce the first year and all this stuff. And I didn't know how our soil would do, so I planted them in a big pot with intentions of transplanting them. But they are massive. They did great. Let's put it that way. They did great. So I did directly plant, because I had to test the soil a little bit. I know our soil is horrible here. It's hard, it's rocky. But I planted a wild plum, and it's doing great. I've been very, very on top of watering it. I have an old mineral tub out there with a hole in the bottom of it that I am constantly keeping full of water, so it's constantly getting watered because it's so dry. That one did have, bye Kaz, that one did have aphid damage. I was able to, they will, okay. Hey, they're weeds. I had to pay money for those weeds, Jason. I bought seeds. Sorry guys, I am itching. I am so ate up. From Baker Creek. So I bought some huckleberry and blackberries. Blackberries seem way more finicky on growing. The huckleberries are like, the plants are like, bushes are like that big. My blackberry bush is like this big. My finger, no joke. No joke, guys. But supposedly, they weren't supposed to fruit the first year, and all three of them have little berries. I know I'm not going to be able, to collect them this year yet. But yeah, even the blackberry that's literally this tall, this big, with maybe 5 leaves, it's been hanging on since March. It's been hanging on, but it just doesn't get any bigger. So I need to fix that soil for sure. But it even has like 4 berries on it. So I got to figure something out. My soil is a massive problem here. It's a problem in my raised beds. It's just a massive problem. So I need to invest probably, yes, that, ow, got me. Yes, Dan, that is, I didn't plant any more because of that reason. But next year I will be, if they come back in their pots, I will be sowing them into the ground. I'll probably cover the pots with something just to protect them from the winter. If you want more berries next year underground. What, Jason? Or maybe I should plant them. Maybe I should plant them this fall in the ground. I don't know. I'll have to read up on that. I might even have to contact Baker Creek and ask them. But I have them where I want them, so I'm going to have like a berry bush patch. So I was kind of testing the lighting. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bring me some. Jason, bring me some to the meetup if you have some then. It's kind of early in September. I'll be at the October one too at Wendy's. But I wanted them in pots because, one, like I just said, our soil's horrible. I wanted to test the lighting to see where they would grow the best. So they're doing great. where I want them. So that worked out perfect. Um, but yeah, I'm still, the majority of our garden, except for 4 beds, is raised beds, I'm sorry, like pots and stuff. I've got nothing direct sowed except for our wild plum and some, herbs and stuff like that. And the herbs seem to be going great. I planted some zinnias and other stuff direct sowed as well. Those are doing great. But I didn't want to plant too much directly in this year for that simple fact. I need to invest in something to test our soil with and work on amending our soil after this. Probably will have to add some stuff to it after I pull my tomatoes, because I had onions in it so far this year. Pulled my onions, put my tomato starts in where my onions were, and then when I pull out my tomatoes to plant some stuff for fall, I'm probably definitely in those beds gonna have to add some stuff to the soil. Our rabbit manure was working great last year. That was my go-to fertilizer, because you can directly put, you don't have to wait. You can directly put your rabbit's manure into your garden. But we lost our rabbits, so we don't have that this year. And that's another thing. That's why I'm trying to find some rabbits. We still have our cage, but it's empty right now. Ooh, sorry if you guys heard that. That was my stomach. And I'm drinking my cold coffee, like always. Although I will say, you guys, the other day, I don't know how you guys are, but I have like random coffee cups sitting around where I sit it and I leave it and I forget about it. Well, it backfired on me the day before yesterday, because I had 2 cups exactly like this. I don't always know where it is, Jason. I had 2 cups just like this, had them sitting down, and I picked up the wrong cup. It was nasty. And to top it off, it had a little bonus floaty fly in there. So luckily I realized it before I swallowed it, and I spit it back out. But that's bad. And good morning, Ontario Prepper. Did I see you sneak in? I think I did. But now that the coffee that I'm drinking this morning has cooled, it's like, it's just like drinking it cold and nasty like I did the other day. But that's okay. It's our fly trap. I couldn't tell it was buzzing behind me. It's a fly on our fly strip. Yeah, I know, Jason, right? Yeah, I don't like the flies. I don't like the flies and the mosquitoes. I hate. I think yesterday I'm going in and out so much, and for whatever reason, our front porch, and I think it's because I feed the cats up here, the outdoor cats, that the flies are just horrible on this porch. Horrible. We've got sticky flies stuff up. We've got another fly catcher hanging in the middle. But there's just so many flies, and I think yesterday I probably spent like an hour and a half chasing flies around the inside of our house with a fly swatter, because that's just one of my pet peeves. I can't stand that. I can't stand flies inside my house landing on stuff, because everywhere they land, they poop. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. Oh, goodness. It is not too bad out here right now, but it is, I think it had 102. It said it was going to get up to today. We'll see. 102 is hot, hot, hot in my book. It's kind of funny because, oh, well, that was like 2 hummingbirds. One was not wanting to share the feeder. But I don't know how we did this when we were younger. I don't know how we could be outside in this heat and play. It's just amazing how kids are so resilient to the certain things they are. Because I tell you what, I used to play in a soccer tournament every July. It was called it's actually still goes on right now. It's been like a tournament that goes on every year, and it's been like over 20, they got to be going close to 40, 50 years.
but it's called the Missouri State Games, and I mean it's everything. It's kind of like a mini Olympics. I mean, it's like there's swimming, there's basketball, there's soccer. It started out, I think, more so with just soccer. Um, but yeah, our team would go and participate in that every year, and it's in the middle of July. Like, I can't even fathom being outside today and running up and down a soccer field. Good morning, destination fun. Like, I can't even fathom it. I wouldn't even want to try it. But it's like, how did we do that? How did I go out in the middle of July? And because yeah, it's in the middle of July, so it's like not even the hot. It's not even. It's usually hotter. But man, I can't. I don't know how I did that. Because there's no way now that I would be out on a side. The cats just fell off the porch. There's no way I'd be out running anywhere now. Not running, period, in this heat. Just goes to show what kids can handle. And my little herb, I'm going to turn this, guys. You might get the sun in your eyes. I don't know if you guys saw the video of my herb drying rack that I got from Wendy.
So it's kind of working out right here, but if you see the cats now, um, yeah, the cats like to climb it. Um,
And all my onions that were spread out to dry nicely are all like tilted on one side of the drying rack now. So I'm going to have to find a better way to do this next year, and definitely find a better place to hang this. I usually dry my herbs in my dehydrator, so if I can't find a better place to hang this, in all reality, I think the best place is going to be just to hang it from a tree out here somewhere. Um, it's actually, it's like 6 foot something, so when it's all hanging, so it actually can't even hang all the way on the porch. It actually even rests on our porch because it's too long. Hey, I would love 80, Dan. Dan, can I have your 80s today? Yeah, we're gonna be supposed to be 102 today. I should have looked. I know we're getting that rain this weekend. Fingers crossed we're getting rain this weekend. But I don't know what the temperatures are supposed to be. I should probably look at that. I'm guessing hot. It's still gonna be hot. That's all I need to know. Hot. Too hot. Too hot. You know, and I'm sitting here looking at these roosters and they're so pretty. I'm gonna have the hardest time butchering this one. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, Jason. I was out here watering at like 5 this morning. I didn't make my 4 a.m. alarm. I didn't even hear my alarm, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's getting toasty already. It's toasty. It's toasty at the same time though. I keep getting the chills. And I'd love to go, you know, one of the perks about moving down here was um, we are so close to the rivers. And like, not the nasty Mississippi and the nasty Missouri River. Well, we're close to the Missouri River too, but um, we're by the Merrimack and the Hoosiaw, so I mean, literally, right down the road is Steelville, Missouri, and Steelville is called the float capital of Missouri, and that's literally what it says as you roll into town. There's a big sign that says, "Welcome to the float capital of Missouri." But a negative thing is it's it's so crowded on the holidays. Like, it's so crowded, and we haven't lived here long enough to find like a quiet little place where you can, you know, like a quiet little river access. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where nobody really knows about it and you can sneak in and it's easy to like wade and stuff. All the access points that I know of are super, super crowded. Um, we tried to go down during the week one day last week, and again though we went to the state park this time. Um, but it was so hot. I was just trying to take the two kids down to wade. Ow! Oh, sorry guys, the cat totally just bit my back. To wade wade in the water or whatever. This is getting me. But it was, you couldn't even find a spot. Like, it was that crowded. So we didn't even stay. We just turned around and left and came back, and I filled up the pool for them, the little kiddie pool. And that's what they'd had, was that and the sprinkler. Now, off season, it is great. Off season, we can go and have the whole place to ourselves, and it's flipping awesome. Once you hit Memorial Day, so pretty well Memorial Day to Labor Day, it's jam-packed, and our favorite place to go, unfortunately, is the busiest, because right across the river from our little spot we go to, right across the river is a place called Ozark Outdoors. I don't know if you guys know or heard of Ozark Outdoors, but if you're in Missouri or Illinois, you probably have, because they host the local, like the St. Louis radio station float trips. All the float trips are down here. And so that is, I mean, it's just, I'm too old to do the, like, booze floating, you know, like, and the drunks on the floats and the teen, you know, the 20-year-old. I don't have the patience for that. I'm too old for that. So it's way too crowded for us right now. But that place is literally right on the other side of our spot. And when we went a couple weeks ago, we really got a taste of the on-season crowds, because it was during the week, and when you looked across that river, and right at the spot on the river, you can see, like, it is clear, and it is low enough where you can literally walk from one side. Jason, you guys still party. You guys are still, I'm just an old lady. I can't do that anymore. I can't drink anymore. I can't do any of that anymore. But you can walk from one side of the river to the other spot. Sorry, I'm reading the chat, not talking right. The other side. But it was jam-packed. The people already had their music blaring, and yeah, I'm like, okay, well, it's definitely, oh, the sun is getting me wherever I go. It's definitely float season here in Missouri. Hey, Jason, you see that old camper back there? Maybe they'll give it to you for free. I'd love to have it out of here because it's a total eyesore. I don't even know if that thing runs. It's got the old, you probably might not know this because you're in Illinois, but it's got, the plates on it are so old. They're like the maroon Missouri license plates from the 80s, like the early 80s. Missouri had all maroon, and, you know, on their plates. But anyway, yeah, it's an eyesore. I'd love to have that camper out of here. I'd love to have a lot of their stuff out of here. I don't know why I'm whispering, because they're not home. She's never home, so never home. And then I just realized too, I happened to be at our front door and looked out our front door last night, and there's 2 dogs running. Now we see we have issues with random dogs, but 2 dogs in the middle of our yard, in the middle of my garden. But these were 2 pit bulls. They probably pit bull mixes, but they were pit bulls, and that's what she has right now. And I don't do pits. I don't do pit bulls. And I know it's all about how you raise them. But I guess coming from the city, pit bulls are just bad. A nice paintball gun, I know. Well, the funny thing is, Jason, is she's got them on a shock collar, but it doesn't work. So they were out here running, and then the puppy was inside, but she was literally trying to go out the front door. She was barking at him so bad. And you see the neighbor, I look out, she's over there on her driveway, hitting her thing, hitting her clicky, not calling him, just hitting her clicky. And so I walked outside because I'm like, oh, heck no, you are not tearing up my garden. So I was just going to go out and scare them off.
And I mean, she sees that we have, I don't know if my husband's rifle is still out here or not, but she sees we have like the BB gun sitting on the porch. I mean, you can see one's like a Red Ryder, so you can clearly see from where she was standing, and she doesn't care. But I tell you what, I am definitely not going to be as nice and have as much patience with these two dogs if they start coming in our yard, because that is not, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe at all. Those two other, or the three other Great Pyrenees that get loose and come in here, they're just annoying, and they're just problem children. But in my book, and like I said, it's all about how you raise them. I had a friend in, I don't want to say in high school. We were friends in high school, but then we ended up working together as adults. And her husband had pits, and they were the sweetest dogs. The sweetest dogs, but that has been my only good experience with pit bulls. Um, so yeah, if I don't feel safe, I have to feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm outside all day long with my kid and all these other animals, and I have to feel safe. So I'm gonna have the tolerance and the patience with these pups as I do with the Great Pyrenees. But the Great Pyrenees, so I don't know if you guys, I don't know if I was talking about it on Randy's live or on my live last time, but we found out a little more information, and the owner actually of the Peacock came over here. You've had 4 pit bulls, okay, but you know where I'm coming from. Like, when you grow up in the city, like, most pit bulls are bad, bad, and so I probably developed like a, I don't want to say phobia, but you know, like, I'm scared of them, and dogs can sense that. Dogs can sense. Um, so yeah. So anyway. Oh, there's Marshall. So Marshall. Yep, exactly. Poor Marshall. Marshall's that orange cat, the daddy of these kittens. Back to the Peacock story here in a minute. But this poor cat, he is the most rough and tough cat I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure he got into it with a raccoon that has been going in our shed. But an animal clearly had his whole head in their mouth. Like, bye Jason, thanks for coming in. Bye Janice, thank you guys all for coming in. Jason, tell Beth hi. Um, but you can clearly see on his neck, and I mean, there were holes. You could clearly see where an animal had his whole head in his mouth. But he's just rough and tough. Hey Dawn, how are you? Good to see you. So the owner, we found out a little bit more information. So the old man that lives across the street, which the Peacock and dogs are on his property. Good morning, Shirley. Thanks for coming in. Everything is on his property, but they actually belong to his son. So he has his property, and then his son next door owns 15 acres, but his son lives in town. So the Peacock, we found out, the Peacock actually was a stray. 2 years ago, the Peacock just strayed here and never left his property. So he's been taking care of this Peacock. Well, they have like over 20 chickens back there too. And so the owner, what happened is the son, stopped by here the other day. Apparently somebody made a complaint or stopped by his dad's, and they pretty well said that it was us, but it wasn't us. I'm thinking it was the lady next door, because she had issues with that Peacock a couple weeks ago. But yeah, so somebody went over to the neighbors and was like, yeah, somebody who drives an old black truck, which our truck's old, but it doesn't look that old. Anyway, drive an old black truck and has some chickens and lives across the road. Okay, so there's other people with chickens, but I don't know if they have black trucks or old trucks. Anyway, so the guy came over here to apologize, and you guys have seen my shorts and seen me chasing off the Peacock and all that. And I went over initially and did speak with the guy,
But that was when we first started having problems. So when the dogs were taking my shoes off the porch and like took my tennis shoes, never got them back. My Under Armour slides, new slides, never got them back. There was $50 out the window. But anyway, we didn't complain this time. Like if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna go over to your face and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go knock on your door. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. And if we did complain and you asked us about it, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, we complained. But we didn't. We didn't complain about it. So I thought that was kind of funny because someone totally made a complaint on our behalf. But anyway, the gentleman was super, super nice. And my husband actually had met him when we moved in because he actually works part-time at the U-Haul store where we had to return our U-Haul. And my husband met him and talked to him when, 2 years ago when we moved in. So it's kind of funny that like one of the only people we know in here in this town randomly is the property diagonal from us. So he stopped and, shot the craps with us for about an hour. And they've got kids around, my son's age. One's a year younger and then one's a few years older. But yeah, he was super apologetic. He said that the peacock's not, it lives with 20 chickens. It's not going to bother, it shouldn't bother us. It shouldn't do anything or do anything. So I have since quit shooing the peacock off, and I just let her, because it's a her, I just let her walk our property. The only thing she does is she goes and she eats the chicken feed that has fallen out of the chicken coop. I did catch her eating my cucumbers that were coming up that I planted by the coop. So I fixed that. I've got some cinder blocks, and I just put soil in the cinder blocks and threw some cucumbers so they can trellis up over the coop. But I just went out and put some chicken wire around it so she hopefully won't bother it again. So yeah, we are not chasing the peacock off anymore. The dogs now, I will have to go say something. And what's happening when they're out is they're getting out. Like he's like I'm not letting these out. Like the peacock just gets out all the time. Even after he was here last week, he's like, okay, I'm gonna put her on lockdown. I'm gonna do some more stuff, and he did, and she got out again. But that's okay. So now that we know that she's not gonna harm our chickens or be destructive, I'm totally okay with it. It's kind of cool now having a peacock just walking around your property. But the dogs are another story. The dogs, I don't mind. Like, they're not vicious dogs by any means. They're just problem children, really. They get in my beds. They poop in my beds. Twice this week I have had to go out and shovel poop out of my garden bed. So we might have to have a little chat about the dogs, but they're Great Pyrenees. So I know, Shirley, I'm going to totally do shorts on the peacock, and I'm going to try to get it like close to me and do like a close-up short with it. It lets me get like about 5 feet away, but I think it's scared of me now because I've chased it off so many times with the hose and the BB gun. So I think it's scared of me now. So I have to like look up treats for peacocks and try and coax her in. Hey PSV, how's it going? I did one short, Shirley, of me chasing the peacock, but it's really hard to see because I was like holding the camera myself as I'm running. It has not worked out yet. Well, now it won't because we're not going to chase it anymore, but it would have been hilarious if somebody would have got me chasing the peacock. And Tiffany knows, one morning I was chasing the peacock down our driveway in my pajamas, robe, my rubber boots. Yeah, it was great entertainment. Great entertainment. Those are the times where I wish I had like the Ring doorbell or that our security cameras on our front were like a little bit better footage and could get me running. But I would have been just like a blurry blob, but that would have been some good footage. I'd be scared. Right. And the peacock chasing me. Yeah. Thank goodness it's not like that. It doesn't chase after us. But yeah, I mean, thinking back, yeah, it's kind of funny. one morning I went out and literally I'm on the porch, so the roof's right here, and I thought it was a on the roof because you know how you hear the squirrels walking, and we've got a tin roof. I thought it was a squirrel, but then I'm here and I'm like, that is one big squirrel, if that is a squirrel, because the walking, it was not, I mean, it was too heavy. And I look up and that peacock, it scared the crap out of me. That peacock was right there. I mean, if I was a full grown man, you know, a 6 foot tall man with the reach of a 6 foot man, I could have reached up and touched it. It was that close to us. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, I was talking about you this morning. I'm going to call you here today. I'm thinking Sunday. I'm going to try and head up your way. I'm kind of giving it a Saturday or Sunday. I know Saturday you do the farmer's market, so I'll call you. I got to adjust my hair. I'll call you and we can figure out if Saturday or Sunday is going to work better. And I will come and get that coop out of your way for you. Good morning, Cooking with Net TV. I'm not sure what day is going to be best with the weather yet. I'm going to look at it again today. It's Friday, so I make the decision. But yeah, I will call you later today, or you call me. You know how we play phone tag because I'm here with little man and I can't always answer the phone. So, but this weekend, I'm coming your way, Rebecca. I'm coming for you, Rebecca. I'm coming for you. I gotta get this mop up. You guys never see me with my hair down. I never ever wear my hair down anymore. Ever. Maybe one day I'll surprise you and I'll have my hair down and I'll have makeup on. I don't think anybody's ever seen me with makeup on either. Y'all get my scary face all the time. Although, quite honestly, I don't think I've put on makeup since my son's baptism. And before that, I had makeup since I left the workforce, which was like, God, I was like 4 months pregnant. 4 months pregnant when I quit working. CNC After Dark. That's funny, PSP. We are doing good. I hope you are too, Net TV. Oh, thank you, Shirley. You're too kind. Oh, I need makeup. This lighting's actually doing great today. I'm impressed. I don't even have a filter on. I was like, oh, this is some great lighting this morning. But yeah, if I had to like put on makeup now, I would probably have to go buy some because I know that stuff only lasts so long. And my son's 3.5 now, so yep, exactly. Cooking with Net TV. I worked full time with my daughter. My parents watched her, and then this time around with my son, we decided to start and try the whole homesteading thing. So we moved out of the city 2 years ago and are trying to rebuild this rundown property and start it kind of like from start to finish. And doing this allowed me to not go back to work and be able to stay home with my son, which has been awesome. Like, I really wish I would have been able to do this with my daughter because it's really sad, all of the stuff that I miss with her and memories that I don't have. But at the same time, what I tell myself when I start to get a little upset about that is that my parents watched her. So they got to enjoy those moments with her, even though I wasn't, which is better than her being at a daycare, a babysitter, all of that stuff. So at the same time, if anyone was going to get to have those memories with her and spend the time with her, at least it was my parents. Because like now, since we moved 2 hours away from them, hey, good morning, Dale and Lisa. How are you guys? Yes, and Cooking with Net TV, we've got a large age gap between our two. My oldest um, is 20, and our little guy is 3. So also too, that's I'm not in my 20s anymore like I was with the first time around. I'm not in my 20s anymore. Good morning, Randy. How are you feeling? I was worried about you yesterday. I could tell you did not feel good at all on your Marco message to me. But yeah, it has been great staying home with him. Great staying home. But yeah, I'd have to go buy makeup if I would wear makeup. Randy, did you quit smoking yet? That's funny. I am so surprised the little guy is not sleeping. I honestly was like, I'm not even gonna get an hour in this morning. I thought I'd get maybe 30 minutes in. But yeah, I've been going for an hour and 16 minutes now. It's very surprising. But I am probably gonna have to jump off here in a minute because my coffee's this full. I've been nursing my cold coffee. I guess I came out here with my coffee at like 5:45. Yes, they were he just looked horrible. So yeah, I've been nursing the same cup since 5:45. It's not as cold as it normally would be. At least it's, in the 80s already, so my coffee's not getting as cold, but it's cold. Oh, those hummingbirds are just dive bombing that feeder. Good morning, Chef. How are you? Thanks for coming in, everyone. What are you doing? Look at this crazy guy back here. This is MJ. Thanks for stopping in, Cooking with Net TV. I appreciate it. This guy's MJ. He looks just like his daddy. Hence the name MJ Marshall Jr. We got real creative on that one, didn't we? Real creative. Hey, Dale, if you're still in here, are you guys going to the Kentucky meetup in September? I'm pretty sure you're going to the October one by what everyone was saying on Wendy's Live the other night. But if you're still in here, just holler if you're going to the Kentucky one. It's still smoking. Oh, God. Randy, that sucks. When are you going to get out of that? When are you heading back this way? Where are you going, MJ? Where are you going? Come here. Come here. Yep, Shirley, I hear ya. I hear ya. Oh, now, see what happens when I pick one up. You're going to Georgia. Well, hopefully that's a little bit less smoke. It has to be less smoke. Yeah, hopefully Shannon made him get a room, Shirley. Hopefully she made him get a room because, yeah. I can hear one of the kittens climbing up this little couch behind me. Are you coming up here? Oh, what? Are you going to go to sleep up here? It's funny because usually when one comes up here, for sure a second one comes up here. Randy, why didn't you get a room? Oh, it's all right, Shirley. I'm gonna try. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna try it again with like some hot dogs or reheating something. I forget what channel it was, but someone had said on my comments that the type that I got is more for like reheating stuff or warming it than it is for actually cooking it. Didn't realize there was a difference. That's all right. Now I know. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try it again. Definitely gonna try it again. But yeah, usually I have all 3 of the cats up here. and they'll some way, somehow. Randy. Hey, Amanda. Sorry I missed your live yesterday morning. I'll be quite honest. I got up at 5 and was going to go do my Thursday live at 5. It was after 5 because you were already live. Or maybe it was, anyway, it was around 5. And then I saw you were live and I was like, oh, she's live. Okay, I think I was still in bed too. And I said screw it and I rolled over and went back to bed. So I'm so sorry. I will catch that live on the replay, I promise. But I think my body was telling me I needed to stay in bed yesterday, and then you were on, and so I was like, yes, okay, I can stay in bed. So you kind of helped me stay in bed. I was not mad at all. What? You giving me kisses now? Kisses now. But yeah, hey, girl, that's another reason. That's another reason why I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go live over top of her because we are totally both in the same boat. You have more kids to keep track of here than I did. I don't know how I do. I don't know how you do it. What are you doing? This is my coffee. But I know how hard it is to go live right now with the season and everything that everybody has going on. And so I was like, she's sneaking this in when she's got time. So I'm letting her have the floor. Because I totally get it, girl. Get it. Props to you. Props to you because you seem to get way more done than I do and you have more to keep track of there than I do. You either. Oh, goodness. Well, it is, I hate to cut it off here. Everybody's in here chatting, but no, we're not going to chew on my hands. But I really need to get a refill on my coffee and oh yes, Shirley, connect with Amanda. She is awesome. I love Amanda. And Amanda, if you're not connected to Shirley, Shirley is awesome as well. Everyone in here is awesome. Now I know there's people in here. Okay, I know, Chef, I know. Hey, usually it's earlier. Usually I'm on here earlier. I actually went on late today. I'll stay on here for a couple more minutes. What? You like your mama? You want coffee? So my coffee, their mama, if I leave my coffee out here, she drinks it. Like, Starbucks, y'all, now. Starbucks, anyway, Starbucks and me, it's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, I don't like paying $7 for a coffee drink. However, I will frequent Starbucks when I have gift cards. And my mother gives me gift cards for everything for Starbucks. So like Easter, my Easter basket, Valentine's Day, she does baskets and goodie bags for every holiday. So I only get Starbucks when I've got gift cards. But this cat, their mom, will knock anything it can down to get to the Starbucks drink. And if you have whipped cream on your Starbucks drink, look out because this cat loves whipped cream. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, she senses it. If you're out here or walk up with a Starbucks, here she comes running like, okay, somebody's got Starbucks. It's the funniest thing. And now the kittens, oh, you're fine, Randy. The kittens try to get my coffee. So he's trying to drink my coffee right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. I am going to, I don't want to turn it this way because then you guys get an ugly shot. If I turn it this way, you get an ugly shot. Oh my goodness, my stomach is growling. You had a dog that drank coffee. They only want it if there's cream, so it's got to be the cream. See? Yep, see, look at it. Oh, I'm going to scare it when I move the thing. You drinking it? You got busted, so now you don't want it. You got busted, so now you don't want it. Oh my goodness, I had to get up for a second. I've been sitting on so long. My hips and my knees are just like, not like they used to be. Not like they used to be. Not like they used to be.
Alright, trying not to get the sun in y'all's face. So, anybody in here, I'm way behind on my mail, on mailing stuff out to people, and I sincerely apologize. But my daughter started a new job. I know I'm full of excuses, right? My daughter started a new job, and we only have one working vehicle again now. We've got 2 broken down ones. So my husband has had the truck for work during the week. So I have not been able to get to the post office. It has not worked out. Our post office here opens late and it closes early, and it's closed for lunch. So today, well, I shouldn't say today. It's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be tomorrow because I forgot my daughter works at 9 this morning. So tomorrow I will be going to the post office and getting all of my stamps. But if anyone in here, since I'm gonna be mailing a bunch of stuff out, if anyone in here, I'm gonna turn you guys just a second. Oh, I just lost my piece. I'm gonna turn this camera. Sorry, I'm shaking you guys. Okay, that's not working. I'm gonna turn this just for a second and give you a shot of our shed. Oh, that's an ugly shot. Okay, we'll go this way to the garden. I am gonna do my bad little habit here that I don't like to do on camera, so I'm gonna turn you guys because it's been a while. Okay, Randy, I'll go live with you today. I will jump on there if you go live today for sure, Randy. Oh, and this puppy. I'm on my 2nd pair of shoelaces because this dog keeps chewing my shoelaces. Never fails. The one time I forget to put a shoe up, she gets it. And it's just my shoes she wants. I don't know why. Although I am super excited, we typically, hibiscus is, a tropical plant, so it typically doesn't grow that well in Missouri. But my husband picked me up a hibiscus plant for Mother's Day, and I killed it first, but I did manage to bring it back to life, at least. And it's actually going to bloom today. I'm so excited. And I'm only saying that because it actually looks like it's blooming now. I think I can see the bright colored flower from here. And I love hibiscus. They just they're all over in Florida, and it just totally reminds me of Florida because I'd love to be on the beach in Florida right now. That's another, oh, Shirley, I totally missed what you said. My bad. I'll try and catch it here when someone else pops up. So yeah, so you guys get a shot of our little container garden there. You can't even see our beds. The beds are like on the other side of the containers. Oh, thanks, Shirley. Yeah, so quite honestly, guys, I'm like, my parents don't even know that I do, so I'm one of those people. I'm one of those adults that still live in fear of the wrath of her parents. Yes, I am. Yeah, that is crazy, Amanda. Like, I'm surprised they even have hibiscus here at the nurseries. Like, we got this at Lowe's, and I'm totally surprised that they even carry them. But it's probably blooming because it's flippin' hot as Hades here. And there is a little breeze yet, but There's a little breeze, but it is muggy. And then all this dryness we have been trimming and cleaning up, cleaning out overgrowth. So Jason at IL Canarum gave us his Saker saw. So I was using that, and then like as soon as I got the Saker saw from him, or yeah, it was right after I got it from him. Sorry, the cat's shaking the camera. Saker actually reached out and wanted to send us one to review. So yes, Randy, you needed a rest. Really? I didn't realize that, Dan. I thought they were more tropical because it says tropical plant on there on the tag. I still have the tag. But Saker sent us one of their saws, so I have to do, oh, I didn't realize I was like leaning in the camera there. I have to do one of their reviews for them, but we've been using actually both of them and cleaning out our spot for our pig. But we now have all of this debris to burn, and we haven't been able to burn it because it's been, hey, Demi, how are you? How you been? We haven't been able to burn because we've been on a burn ban because it's been so dry. So now I just have like piles and piles of sticks and limbs and branches and everything to burn. So maybe if we get some of our rain this weekend, we can play catch up on that. Yep. It seems to be the story everywhere. Although Dan is enjoying some nice high of 80-degree weather temps today. So I already told him I would love to trade him temperatures today. Oh, see, you're getting cooler than us. We're supposed to be at 102. Hey, Amanda. Jason had told me to pass on the one he gave us. Would you like me to send that to you? I mean, it's used. It's used, obviously, but I would be more than happy to send that to you. And yeah, seriously, I'll send it to you. And what's probably going to happen, Amanda, is the same thing that happened with me in this, is that I'll send it to you, and then they'll reach out to you and want you to do a review. That's how I ended up with 2. Yeah, I know, Shirley, I've only actually got to use it one time, like for 2 minutes, because my husband decided to come out and start using it without me when I was inside, so I didn't even get to open the box and use it. But it's like, it's just the right size, Amanda. It's just the right size, and you're going to love it. You might need to sharpen the blades because, like I said, Jason used it and we've used it, but he put his sharpener, in there, so there's a sharpener in there too. Right, exactly. You know, Demi, it's actually the first company that reached out to do anything. I know you see lots of other channels they're doing reviews and all this stuff, and I don't know, maybe we're just too small of channels. I don't know. But yeah, this was, and they just did it. Like, I just got the saw on Friday, so. But yeah, I can send that to you. Oh, yeah, you guys, I don't have a camera either. I do everything on my phone. The only thing I don't do on my phone is I run people's playlist on my daughter's laptop, and then sometimes I will, if I can sit inside for a while. I did it this winter when it was cold, but when I did my lives, and I had it pulled up and for my lives, but that's all I use her laptop for. I don't have a camera. I have my own laptop. God, it's like 8 years old probably, but it's brand new. I mean, it's never hardly been used. I can probably count on both hands how many times I use that laptop before I forgot the password. So now I'm probably gonna have to like do a factory reset to just even get into it. And I'm like computer illiterate. I don't like that kind of stuff, so it just sits in its computer bag and collecting dust. But oh well. The phone's working right now perfectly, and we, as I know all y'all, have way more places to spend your hard-earned money on than a new camera for YouTube. At least that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Oh my goodness. All right, I am really gonna have to jump off here now though, guys. I'm sorry. I am needing more coffee, and I'm starting to do the pee-pee dance where I am just walking around because I have to go to the bathroom. What? Sign a contract? That's insane. I've never heard of that. Yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't sign a contract. Yes, everyone have a great day. Exactly. Stay hydrated today for sure. Everyone stay hydrated. Keep your animals hydrated. Keep those. Yep, stay away from contracts. Everyone remember to keep your chickens and your fur babies and everyone hydrated today. Throw them some ice in their bowl, something. I'm going to keep everybody cool today because it's going to be a scorcher. So everyone have an awesome day. Thank you guys for coming in, and I'm going to keep trying to stay on my regular Thursday or Friday mornings for this. But as y'all know, it is very hard to do this time of year. So thank you guys all for hanging in there with me. And perfect timing because little man just woke up. So everyone take care. Have an awesome day. Yeah, stay away from crocodiles too.